Back to Tshwane, this is where various human rights organizations are marching to the union buildings, demanding protection for activists and whistleblowers. Newzroom Afrika Ziniko Mhlaba is there for us live. Ziniko, what's happening now?
Good morning, Iman. We have started the march now here in Pretoria. I remember earlier on we spoke to about two activists who were just giving us a background of how this march is going to go and what are the key issues they would like to address. Well, we've kicked off now. So just looking at some of the placards which are being used, to convey various messages and frustrations of the people. We are seeing some placards written land, freedom and dignity. Some are saying who killed Fikile Nchangase. Some are saying who killed Bazooka. The songs have started already, and you can tell the passion these activists have, and you can see some of them, have personal stories they are willing to share with us in terms of how their different families have been affected by the threat, to some extent by deaths of activists within communities. And it's an issue that is reportedly affecting various sectors, whether you are fighting for housing, such as the organization called Abahlali Basemjondolo in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, and those that are fighting, for mining rights or for the protection of the environment, against mining opportunities. We are talking to an activist later on who spoke to us, gave us some insights that areas such as Rustenburg in the northwest, Klerksdorp in the northwest, but also, in Mpumalanga, where the major coal mining operations are taking place. They are saying those communities are really being heavily affected by these mining operations. But also, the issue of whistleblowers in South Africa has been a hot potato in recent years. Remember that was also Ms. Decoram was working for the Gauteng government, who was killed after she allegedly, raised alarm on some, unaccounted funds relating to the Tembisa hospital here in Gauteng. So these are some of the issues that these activists are saying, they've been trying to engage with government authorities in terms of setting up measures and laws that will importantly, protect the whistleblowers themselves. So those conversations at a strategic level, at a policy level, are still ongoing. So these are issues we'll also try to engage and explore. But now it seems as if we are taking a pause so that we can wait for law enforcement agencies to be, just not far from where we are, just to ensure that everything is done in order. I'm going to give you some visuals of these placards as we try to convey the various messages that are being. So this one is written, protect whistleblowers. These are some of the issues that we'll be covering. So we understand that the march will end at the union buildings here in Pretoria. Then we will see who will be accepting this memorandum, which will be delivered by the organizers who are coming from different sectors. And you also understand, Iman, that this is the second march. There was a similar march just not so long ago in 2023, which was basically highlighting the very same problem. So it is strange that we're back here today. And of course, activists did say earlier on that they are not happy. They are not happy with the response. So I'm going to bring in, as we walk with these visuals, some activists as well to give us a sense of, what are the other issues they are willing to express to the authorities. Baba, thank you very much. Ngesikhathi sakho. Ngicela usitshele ukuthi njengoba nihamba nje la yini kahle kahle nifuna uyideliver union buildings.
Ngibingelele ababukeli bakho kuphi kunaphi lapha abakhona emakhaya. Igama lami ngimbhekiseni Mavuso, ngisuka le eMelmot endaweni okuthiwa kusemakhasaneni KwaZulu Natal. Nansi inkinga yethu njengoba usibona sihambe emgwaqeni. Siyalwa sivikela amalungelo ethu okuwumhlaba wethu, abathuno babamkhulu. Sivikela inkomo zethu kubantu abafika bethi bazosithuthukisa, bafike babhizize imizi yabantu, bamba amathuna abantu, babizwa ukuthi labo bantu bayizima yini, kuthiwa abantu aba-investa kulelizwe. Sizokhala ngokuthi lentuthuko enjani, lentuthuko emba amathuna, bathina sazi ukuthi umuntu omba amathuna uyathakatha. ebhizi zamasimu ukudla sokuthatha obhizi zimizi sokwakhela ubani manje ke njengoba silapha nje uma sikhuluma lezi indaba asikutholi ukuvikeleka siyabulawa siyadutshulwa kwabulawa ubaba ubazuka Hadebe icomrade lethu le Eastern Cape
ngicela sibambe bosoqhubeka njengoba sihamba nje Iman, just quickly ubaba was saying that he's from Melmoth in KwaZulu-Natal, but also just giving us more insights in terms of the people that are here. Some are coming as far as KwaZulu-Natal, others are coming from the Eastern Cape, Northwest and Limpopo. Just in summary, the gentleman was giving us insights in terms of how these mining operations are affecting rural communities, saying that they do acknowledge and are aware that indeed development is important, but their concern specifically as that community in Melmoth is the fact that their burial sites have been affected by these mining operations, and of course some housing allegedly have been demolished by those or through or under those operations. So they are saying that they are here because they really want to find out what is it that is pushing these operations to really affect to an extent that people's homes are destroyed. As I'm stepping out of shot again to give you the live visuals of what's happening here in Pretoria, we are on our way to the Union buildings, Iman. So let's listen to some natural sound as these marchers continue chanting their songs, making their way to the Union buildings.
Buddha!